We are continuing to inflict terror on our triceps here at the Flex Magazine workout with three-time Mr. Olympia Frank Zane and Lee Priest, bodybuilding champion. We're working the long head of the tricep on our standing rope tricep extensions. And Frank is doing an excellent job in keeping his elbows positioned in a stationary position and stretching all the way at the bottom and squeezing at the top. Good job. All right, Lee, jump in there.
I think it's important to get a very low stretch, letting the rope all the way back at the end to really get the belly of the long head of the triceps.
He is demonstrating excellent form and the mass on those triceps.
Look at those triceps.
What you're doing on this exercise, really, Frank, is etching in the detail more than building mass, right?
Right.
More of a detailing exercise.
Yeah, I think movements with cable like this, you can't really go that heavy, and you should pay more attention to form.
So there's definitely a correlation between poundage and size and repetition and detail.
Right.
Good.
Very good. Wow, look at that pump.
Made it look easy. All right. Here we go. Why do you separate it at the top? Is it better?
I just want to get a bit of squeeze at the top with the rope. Normally I stick to the basics using the heavy dumbbell, but the rope's good for a change and to squeeze it.
Looking good, Sean.
Yeah, feels good.
A couple more. That's it.
All right, good.
Very good.
Good stretch. Okay, let's move right along into our next one, Frank.
Okay, press down.
Press down? Okay, we're following you. You're the man.
Okay. I like to do this stretch, the one-arm shoulder stretch between sets of tricep.
Stretching out the triceps in between exercises is always great to loosen up the lactic acid buildup. And what Frank is demonstrating for us right now is a standing tricep extension, keeping the elbows stationary so as not to swing, and keeping all the emphasis on the horseshoe. This is where we get that horseshoe effect in the tricep. Good job. All right. Good. Squeezing it out at the bottom. If I was going to spot Frank on this exercise, I would spot him right at the center, right here. Right at the cable. There you go, Frank. Get two more. Squeeze it down. Lee, how much weight do you work up to on this exercise?
Normally around probably 200 pounds.
200 pounds. Well, again...
You want to put more on than that, then, Lee.
Yeah, just a little light for you, baby.
Weight here.
All right. Okay. What I noticed, Frank, is that a lot of the bigger guys have a tendency to lift heavier weights.
Well, there's the correlation.
Yeah, you got to consume a lot of calories to get into that.
So they got that big with those heavy weights, but you know, once you get the size, the strength is there too.
Right.
Bigger muscle is a stronger muscle.
You can see the horseshoe on Lee's arms with all that mass. You can definitely
look at the outer head of his tricep.
And the
how
forearms.
That's working.
He's actually using the apparatus, pressing his back up against the machine for even more leverage. And again, he's going to get a couple more. Here we go. Squeeze it down. I'm going to make it work. Squeeze it out. All right, let's move on. Let me go a little bit lighter.
I stuck some heavy weight on there. What was that?
He was using like 150 pounds on the first set.
Well, he told me 200, so.
Okay.
But you proved it.
Close grip.
Attaboy, Sean. Now, Sean has the bar out in front of him further. Slightly different effect. Looks like a lot of lateral head he's getting on this movement. Attaboy, Sean. A couple more reps. Let me know if you need some help.
One tap, come on. Oh, too hard. Okay, let's move on to our third exercise. Lee, when I came into bodybuilding as a professional in 1987, I was considered one of the youngest professionals at 21 years old. How old were you when you turned pro?
Just 20.
20, so they're getting younger and younger each year. How does it feel now? You've completed, what, your first or your second year of professional bodybuilding?
First year professional now.
How is it?
Different. I've always
seen a little bit more of the world, making a little bit of money for your efforts.
I've always looked up to people like you and that when I was coming up. So.
Yeah, oh God, I'm an old man. I've been pro now 8 years and the time does fly. What Frank is demonstrating for us now is our third exercise, the one-arm tricep dumbbell extension. And again, trying to keep the elbow stationary. This is once again going to work the long head of the tricep and definitely before a contest help you bring in those extra striations. Good job. All right, when did you finally realize in your bodybuilding career that you could actually do this? You could stand up there and compete with the best and make some money and see the world?
Probably when I was about 19 or so.
19, okay.
This is my favorite tricep exercise, Sean. It's a great one for the long head, for that back part of the tricep that makes the arm appear so full when viewed from the side. But it's essentially you go very deep with the exercise like Sean is going, and he's not quite locking out at the end. Keeping tension on the tricep the whole time.
Yeah. Boom, baby.
Very good. Just pumping out those reps. Attaboy. That's it. Couple more. Good.
All right.
All right.
That was nice. Loosen up the lactic acid buildup. How many reps and sets would you do on your triceps?
I do about 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps on this.
That's all it takes.
This is 30-pound dumbbells, feeling a little heavy to me, this workout, because it's
heavy
the last
to you.
movement.
I've seen this guy using 60-pounders laughing at me.
I remember those days myself, when we used 50s and 60s.
Yep. Well, that's the thing about being young and in bodybuilding. There are no limits. You don't set any limits. But as you get a little older, you start realizing, you know, you are a mortal man, and longevity is the key.
One thing you got to learn is to get more out of the lighter weights. Moderately heavy weights,
right?
Slower negatives, more careful repetitions, always warming up so that you don't pull something. Because you get injured when you get older, it's all over, you know. Once you get injured, you can't train.
Yeah,
you have to train around it.
Nagging injuries.
Good.